Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Self-Development with Tactics podcast. It is pretty cold and late, I'm sorry. But we're gonna go ahead with Moral Sayings by or of... No, Moral Sayings by Publilius, Syrus, or Syrus, or whatever. I never ever know, and I will never ever know quite. I guess. I don't know, maybe I will. Who knows? But no, that's not the right tab. This should be the right one. Yes. And I should probably also see where I've stopped. What about doing this? There we go. What we fear comes to pass more speedily than what we hope. No good man ever grew rich all at once. Yes, gradually. And most often, very often at least, there is a big time before being rich or becoming rich or whatever. Because, you need to gain, I guess, I'd assume, or I'd say, the skills and the abilities to get there, whether it is academical skills, meaning like a degree or whatever, or just the time to get the knowledge without just having, and all the time to just build your craft and so on and so forth. It just takes a certain amount of time. No matter how passionate you are, there's going to be some time needed, period. And of course, for those very passionate people, it's just not going to be that long. It's not going to take them that long. But yeah. Don't turn back when you're just at the goal. Yes, because there's more to it, I guess. There's more to it than the final goal. And maybe when we are at the quote-unquote final goal, or the goal, I wouldn't necessarily say that we're satisfied then. We may then feel like, okay, this is what the goal is like, and I thought it would be nicer. I thought it would be greater. I thought it would really satisfy me. But often we can see that we are not satisfied when we achieve those things that we thought we really want to achieve and we really want to have. Also when it comes to materialistic things. We sometimes think this item, this object, this whatever it may be, is going to make us really, really fucking happy. But in the end, it's not really the case. Not really. When we get it, we think like, okay, cool, we're having it now. Maybe we're actually pretty excited and very happy for maybe a year. But then it is like, okay, this is just an object. It might mean a lot to you, of course, but things just lose their significance, I'd say. Prosperity is ever providing itself with anxiety. You can obey a request much better than a command. Yes. It's actually very funny, because in a lot of, not a lot of, but some communication books are about how to get people do what you want them to do. And being like, please give me this sheet of paper. It is something different than saying, could you please give me this sheet of paper? Which is a question, which is a request. Could you do this? There is a choice, and a command is, give me this. Give me the paper, please. It is more like, okay, just give it to me. It's not as nice. And it is just better to say like, could. Anyway, pretty interesting. But this once again underlines that those questions that we're still having, philosophical questions, sometimes as well, and maybe questions that the general population is having, like life questions or questions of life, they have been asked by people as well back in these days, and it's been like 3,000 years ago or something, or 1,000 years ago. It's very interesting. Better be ignorant of a matter than half know it. Prosperity makes friends, adversity tries them. Bright faculties are the source of wisdom, not length of years. It is late to guard against evil when it has already come. Yes, actually, it's a tiny bit too late. When things are already burning and fucked up and shitty, and then we're deciding to do something about it. If you are a mariner, let landsman's business alone. And let them do their business. Let them do their craft, and also believe in their opinion. Take their opinion when you're also asking, or especially when you're asking. It's the same thing as, okay, I'm asking, well, I've once talked to a medical student, and a very interesting conversation in general, and the thing is, people apparently are not listening to their fucking doctor. When they are asking something and they get an answer, they seldomly obey this, let's say, request. They really do. Sometimes they also think they know better, but the thing is, why the fuck would you go to a professional and then be like, well, I know it better? Or I don't think that this is the case. Of course, it should be a conversation from doctor to patient. It should really be a conversation when you clearly know that you're having certain issues with certain medications, with even if it is not diagnosed, even if it's just maybe not a real thing, it's only psychological. This needs to be said because the doctor needs to know that. And I would argue that even though the doctor might know you because it is your main doctor or whatever, this doctor may not know everything, and or slight details that that you have noticed very recently. You know, sometimes we see things, sometimes things changed. All of a sudden we are allergic to certain things, like things just happen. And it is important to have a conversation. But when you're asking a professional for help, they're gonna give you the best answer they have. And I mean, they have studied for a fucking long time. So they better know what they're talking about, and they also do know what they're talking about most often. Of course, as it is with every profession, or in every profession, some people are really good and some people aren't. It is what it is. One can't do anything about that, but it's the same thing. Well, when some dude or some girl is coming over to you to repair, like, I don't know, your water pipes, I don't think that you're going to be like, okay, I know it better, I'm going to do it myself. There is a reason why you're getting people to do these things, because you don't know, and so on and so forth. So when you are a mariner, don't get into the landman's business. Really does make sense. And also do not act like you know their craft and their shit unless you have once been a landsman. But this also needs to be communicated. Like, okay, I've once been in this business. A lot of things might have changed, by the way, but it's very important to communicate clearly and in a way that does not spark any, and I mean any, well, let's say inconveniences. Because it is really unnecessary. But with that being said, I'm probably gonna, or hopefully gonna see you the next time. So, bye bye.